Sports for Real with Coach Hall. Northwestern University has fired its longtime football coach and former star player, Pat Fitzgerald. There's a hazing scandal going on at the university, and it was uncovered by the school newspaper, but Fitzgerald has said he has nothing to do with that. Well, whether he had nothing to do with it or not, he's still responsible for it. Initially, the school suspended him for 2 weeks while they looked into the situation, but now they have decided to let him go. And if there's any truth to the allegations going on, yeah, he needs to go whether he knew about it or not. I can't understand some of the hazing that's going on today. You know, they try to sweep it under the rug, but you'll never be able to stop college kids from hazing each other in some kind of way. But normally when you haze each other, you put a blindfold on them and, do something minor to them. But, it's all designed for solidarity purposes, not to degrade. But what they're talking about at Northwestern, these were some degrading allegations. They had two of them that are really sickening. The first one was they call running, where the guys get dog piled on and dry humped. What's that got to do with football? Now, I can just see my old college coach who once said, well, women, they don't deserve, there shouldn't be any women in the locker room, so if you're a woman, you shouldn't be in here. So I can imagine what he would say to some kind of allegations like this when some of his players are trying to dry hump another player. And then the other allegation, we call it car washing, where the guys would stand before the showers and everybody else would just walk by and rub up against them. None of this stuff has nothing to do with football. To me, that sounds more like on the line of homophobia kind of stuff, No place in any kind of sports locker room for that, especially on a football team. So if Fitzgerald knew anything about that, then he needs to be gone. But even if he didn't know about it, somebody should have came and told the man something so he can put a stop to it. But the fact that this has hit the newspapers and, they have to make a change. And I think he could have probably overcome this if his record had been better. He's had some very good teams at Northwestern. They've been very competitive. He has an overall winning record, just over 500, but his record in the Big Ten is below 500. So when you look at that, the wins, the success on the field don't quite outweigh these allegations. Now, eventually, control would be restored in this situation, but Fitzgerald, because of it doesn't make him look good or the university, so that everything now is all about image, and because the image has been severely tainted, especially at a high academic institution like Northwestern, a change has to be made. And when you look at Fitzgerald's situation, I kind of mirror it up to what's taking place in West Virginia. It's an image thing. Huggins is a great coach, but when you get a DUI, you're embarrassing the school because you represent them. And even though they will recover from it, and there's all kind of stuff going on in the state of West Virginia with the opioid crisis and such, that, nobody's perfect. But when you're trying to be the face of a university, you can't have too many incidents like that when you just embarrassing the university. So the Fitzgerald situation has a lot of relation to the Huggins situation, and it all comes down to image. And right now, Fitzgerald's image before the Northwestern faithful, it don't look too good. Sports for real.